Hi, this is Steph from Steph Sassy Scrappers, and I have been talking to some of my gals and some of my friends on my Facebook page, and many of them live a distance from me, so they can't come to my pizza and pictures parties, but they wanted to know what we were doing. So, what I have done, I decided to kind of do some short little videos to kind of get you started, and I'm hoping that maybe this is going to work, but maybe it's not because of the glare. I'll turn it this way and see if this maybe will work better. Maybe that'll work better. So, going to try to just kind of show what we've been doing a little bit, and hopefully you can pick up on it and run with it yourself. And then maybe I'll update each week, maybe what we're doing that's a little different, and that can help you too. So the first pizza and pictures that we had, of course, we always have to have pizza first before we do anything with our pictures. But the first one that we did was all about your phone. And I have an iPhone, so obviously I am much more informed and know how to do the iPhone better than I do the any of the Androids. So I'm sorry. If you have an Android, it they're similar things, so maybe this will kind of help you, but hopefully this will kind of get you started, and hopefully maybe you have an iPhone. So I just got a fairly new one. It's a 13. I My other one was getting so the battery didn't last very long, and it was just getting old, and I it was like an SE or something, like an 8 or something. So, and I wanted the better camera. So I have a better camera on mine now. So hopefully that will take even better pictures than I did before. So anyway, I'm going to try to just pull this up here and try to show you kind of what we did the first night. And this is going to be a little tricky because I have to pull it up here and play with it too. So anyway, you're going to get into your, oh, that's to look at my face. Okay, there we go. And I'm in my photos. So you can see all of the little tiny pictures. With the 13, you can actually expand it to make your pictures bigger if you want, or you can make it smaller. So you can just do that with your fingers. Hopefully you're seeing this okay. I wish I could get in even closer. Maybe I can do this and get in closer. Oh, there we go. Okay, so so you can see your pictures there. And you can see down here at the bottom, it has all photos. You can sort it by the days, months, years. Then here's your library. And then it has albums down here. So I'm going to go to all photos. And at the top, hopefully it focuses in here. At the top, up in the right, it says select. So what you're going to do is you're going to go through your photos. And a lot of times a good idea is just if you can enlarge them a little bit, just, oh, not that big. Just go through them and look at them and see which ones are maybe blurry, which ones you maybe, this day and age, we just click, click, click to take photos. Maybe they're exact same photo. Maybe they're just a second apart or whatever, and they look the same. You don't need multiples of one picture, okay? Print multiples if you want, but you don't need that many on here. So just take your time and just kind of scroll through. And you know what? I do this a lot of times when we're up watching TV, so I just kind of scroll through and see which ones maybe that I, have two of exactly the same, and I don't need that. And then all you have to do is select those. So if I have several, I just click on the select up here in the corner, and then you can just click on the photo and it will put a little, can you see that? A little check mark down in the corner of it. And then if I clicked another one, it should do the same thing because I'm selecting them. There you go. See how it kind of makes them a little bit fuzzy. Well, not fuzzy, but highlighted or whatever. They're kind of like a film on them and a little check mark in the corner. So then all you have to do is go down here to the very bottom, and there's a little trash can. Can you see that? There you go. There's a little trash can right down there. And then all you have to do is hit that trash can, and then they'll be deleted. I don't want to delete those, so I'm going to uncheck them. Okay? So that's what you have to do for you to delete it. And I would really highly suggest you just go through and look at ones that are really bad, that don't, I did some of these the other night, that are blurry, that maybe you don't want anymore, that kind of thing. And just go through and just select those, a bunch of them, and then delete them. That gets some of them off. So right now I have 6 selected and I don't want to, so I'm just going to hit the cancel button up there. Okay, so now I don't have any selected. So first of all, that's your first step, to go through and delete pictures that you don't need or you don't want. Duplicates, ones that don't mean anything to you. I had one the other day that I snapped. It was a picture of the floor. I'm going to sneeze, excuse me. So anyway, that's your first step, okay? You need to go through those pictures, just gradually go through them and decide, I'm going to sneeze. I'm allergic to something, evidently. So go through and just get rid of some of them. Purge those that you don't need, okay? So the next thing we're going to do, oh, it's got to look at my face again. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to try to start organizing them, okay? This is your first step. Organize your photos on your camera or on your phone first, because that's the initial place that you're going to start looking. Just a short story is I was looking for some pictures from a Christmas a couple of years ago, and I do print a lot of my own pictures with my Canon Selphy. Not all of them, but I do print some of them. And I was looking for Christmas pictures, and it was like 2 years ago. So I had to go through, oh, there it went away again. I had to go through and I kept scrolling and scrolling and scrolling to get to where I wanted. And then I would accidentally not find the right place. And then I'd have to scroll again and scroll again. Whereas if I'd make the albums that I'm going to show you how to make the albums, then all you have to do is go to that album and you'll have a lot fewer pictures in there, and you can scroll just through those pictures in that specific album, and you can find them right away. Another good thing about the albums is you can print by album, okay? So when you go to put them on Shutterfly or wherever you have your pictures printed, you can add those pictures by album and have them just print that album if you want to, or have them print 3 albums or whatever you want. So we are going to, first of all, go in here. We're going to pull up all of our photos again, okay? And I'm going to go down here. I just scrolled all the way up on those other things that I was doing. So I'm going to go back down here. Okay, so you can see there that I have a couple pictures down here of scrapbook pages that I did, okay? So I'm going to go up here to the select button. I'm going to click on select. Then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to press on that one. And you can see how the little square comes in there. And then I'm going to press on this one. And there's another it comes up and it checks on the checkbox, okay? Now, if I wanted to look and see if I could find some more that have to do with scrapbooking, sorry, I have to turn this to see it because I'm looking at it like you are. No scrapbooking ones there. Oh, Janet just found her papers that she was looking for. Oh, there we go. So here's another scrapbook one. So I'm going to click on that. Here's another one. Whoops. Can click on that. And here's another one, and another one, and another one. Okay, so say I keep scrolling and I find all these, okay? So I've got several highlighted, and it will tell you down here that I have 9 photos selected, okay? So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch down here in the corner. There, can you see that little square with the arrow? Kind of weird how I have to print it so you can see it, but so I'm going to click on that, okay? And that's going to take me to where I can, like email them to somebody, or I can send them. There we go. It seems like it works better to slant. I can message them to somebody, or I can airdrop them to somebody, but I'm going to scroll up and it's going to talk backwards to you, isn't it? Okay. So this says add to shared album. So you can add them to a shared album. It's the first one. Add to album, or copy iCloud link. Well, I want to add them to an album. Okay, so that's going to be that second one there. So I'm just going to click on add to an album. And then up here at the top, it's going to have says 9 photos, and it says new album. Now, I have lots of other albums down here too. And if I want to add those to a current album, I'm just going to find that album. And I think I have one that says scrapbooks. Look at all my albums. See, you can have all kinds of albums. There's a Black Friday one. I don't think there's nothing in it. So hopefully you're kind of seeing some of this. Oh, and there's my scrapbook album right there. So I'm going to click on the scrapbook album. Okay. And when I clicked on that scrapbook album, I don't know if you saw that. It went really quick. Those 4 photos were put into my scrapbook album. So now if I go into my scrapbook album, if I go in right down here's the library. So you have the library and you have For You, and then you have albums. So I'm going to click on albums. And then I'm going to scroll up till I find my scrapbook one again. Oops, where'd it go? My albums, see all. And there's my scrapbook album. So I'm going to click on that. And then I can go in and see all of the ones that I have in my scrapbook album. And if I look down here at the bottom, there's some of them that I added. Actually, there's a couple of them in there that I don't want. I must have accidentally clicked on a couple. So I'm going to select again. And I'm going to click on this one and this one because those are of the boys. And I'm going to delete them. It's a little, the little trash can. And it's going to ask me if I want to remove from album, and I want to delete them from the album. These photos will be deleted from iCloud Photos on all of your devices. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to cancel that, but I'm going to delete them from my album. Deleting them from your album will not delete them from your whole library. They're still going to be on here, okay? But you can delete pictures just from a specific album, but they'll still go back here. Usually it asks you if you want to delete them from the album or you want to delete them completely. And then you have the option there, okay? So you can add more. If I wanted to add more pictures to that album, I'd just do the same thing. I'd select, click on them, and then I'd go down here to the box with the arrow up, and then it would ask me what I want to do with them. I want to add to album. You can add to an existing album, or you can create a new album. When you create a new album, it'll just have that blank up there, and you'll say add to album, and then you can name it, whatever you want to name it, and then put the pictures will go right into there. So it's a good way to just sort through your pictures and get them into these albums. And that way you have them kind of sorted in there. Okay. There's also a search over here. You can click on the search, and I don't know if you can see there very well or not, but I can search by person. It does some facial recognition. So it may, let's pull up Dad. So I clicked on Dad, and it shows that there's 213 pictures that have the facial rec of Dad. So let's just click on here. Well, by George, yep, there he and Mom are with the grandkids, great grandkids. So, and then you can scroll through and there'll be more of them there. So it will do some facial recognition for you. It will also up here, it will help you by location. Trying to get that so you can see. So it has Nevada and Maxwell, all, has some fall 2001, that kind of thing. So you can kind of sort that way too. So that will help. Now, the next thing is, so we've got our pictures. We've kind of gone through and deleted some of them we didn't want. Then we went through and we put them into our albums so we can find them easily. Now let's see, do we want to edit them? Maybe we want to edit them. So I'm going to go back to my library where I have all my pictures. And let me see if there's one I can edit here for you. I'll just take this one. Okay, so there's a picture and I want to edit that, okay? And you probably can't see very well on here, and I'm so sorry, but I couldn't do it with my overhead because I had to have that to show you with. So anyway, say we want to edit it, okay? So up here in the top, light dark again. Up here in the top corner, there's edit. So we're just going to click on edit, okay? Now that's going to give us a whole bunch of options down here at the bottom. The first one down here is live. Okay, that means, and I love the live. Some people don't like the live, but I love it because what that does is when you take a picture, it takes like 10 little tiny pictures real quick. And so if you get, and I'm terrible about timing with pictures. So if I'm taking a picture and I want to get it when they're smiling and I'm too slow, then I miss it. But with live, it actually takes a whole bunch of little tiny pictures and then it has all of the little pictures down here and you can kind of scroll to different places and it will show, I don't have a face on him, so it's not going to show very good, but I can show different places and it will change the picture until I find that smile that I want. Okay. And then all I have to do is push, make this, let's say, make this something, make this the default or make this the picture or something. And you click on that and then it'll save that picture as that one instead of maybe the one that it originally is. Okay. So I always have my live on and it's just really good at, so you can just tweak those pictures a little bit to get that special smile or that special motion that you wanted them in or something like that. So that's the live. Oh, keeps shutting off. I need to change that, don't I? Okay, so then the other one I use a lot is down here and it has like tic-tac-toe thing with arrows. So I click on that and that's where you can edit the size, okay? Or you can turn it. Up here is the arrows where you can turn. If you have one that you have sideways and you need to turn it, you can turn it with that arrow, okay? Then there's other things here that you can do, that you can adjust the coloring or the distance. See how I'm zooming in or zooming out. This one, there's one that will mirror it too. One that'll mirror it side to side, or another one that'll mirror it up and down. Just some tweaking that you want to do with it. So then there's another one down here that will work on your lighting and stuff. And there's also an auto button right here at the bottom of your picture. A lot of times I'll just click on that. I'm not sure what it does. It's supposed to make them look better on the automatically. So, you know, maybe it will. I don't know. But I did crop it a little bit, so it saved that crop. There's also where you can write on it. There's another one here for the brilliance. You know, you can make it brighter or darker. So there's just a lot of little tweaking that you can do with these buttons down here to edit your pictures to make them just how you want them. So anyway, then when you're done with it, you can just click done and it'll save it however you just tweaked it. So those are some things. Play around with it. Get in there. Try it. You can always cancel and go back to your original picture. You're not ever going to lose your original picture if you just cancel, you know, and get back out of it. You can also mark, if this was one of my favorites, there's a heart down here and you can click on that heart and it'll make that picture one of your favorites and it'll go into a file that's your favorites. So that's good too. Also, if you push on the eye, the little eye with a dot down there and you can't see it, there's a little eye down there, then that's going to give you all the information about your picture. I don't know how I can do this to make you see it better. There, maybe. But it's going to be backwards anyway. But it's going to tell you all your information. It's going to tell you when it was taken, the image number. It will tell you what it was taken on, you know, that kind of thing. So that's some more information in case you forget when you took that picture. Okay. And then you can just add it down there. There's also a place there where you can add a caption. So, you know, fishing again or whatever, fishing in February or whatever. So, but anyway, so that's some things there. So that's just a little beginner thing on photos on here. Just how you can kind of start going through your photos on your phone. I think I have 8,000, what is it? If you go in there the first time, I think you can see how many photos you have. I have 8,939 photos on mine, but I could not believe how many gals when they were here, when we were here the first night, how many they had. It was like incredible. But I do know that I have deleted probably 2 or 3 years worth off of my phone because I ran out of storage. So I had to do something. So I deleted them and backed them up on my computer. And then I also have an external hard drive, and I also use Forever, which is a program that I use to save the photos so that if something happens to my computer, I still have them. I also save them to Shutterfly. Usually I download to Shutterfly, and that's where I have the majority of my pictures printed from. But you can easily go to Walgreens or Walmart or wherever and download your pictures there and have them printed as well. So Creative Memories also has where you can get photos there. They're excellent photos, very good photos. And you do that on the creativememories.com. Make sure that you use /users /Steph Thompson when you go in there. So you'll be on my account and can see my things. And they have very good pictures. They're a little bit more expensive, but of course, the more you buy, the cheaper they get too. So I think if you get over 50, I think it's over 50, then they come down quite a bit in price. So anyway, that's just kind of the beginner. That's kind of what we did the first night. We had everybody sitting here playing with their phones and kind of deleting and sorting and getting those pictures into your folders or your albums. I think there may be folders in on the Android, but they're albums on the iPhone. But getting those in there, they still show up on your main photos. All of them are going to show. So you still, you know, can scroll through 150 zillion pictures if you want. They'll still be there on your regular screen. But they will also be in those albums, which will make it much easier to find specific pictures that you're looking for. So it's just a little tidbit. Next time I get on, I'm going to show you what to do with those photos once you get them printed and how to sort them for that. And hopefully that helps a little bit. If you're interested in Creative Memories products, again, I go to www.creativememories.com /user /Steph Thompson, and you can get on and see all the products that Creative Memories has. You can also go to my Facebook page, Steph Thompson, CM Independent Advisor. I have lots of events going on. I have lots of ideas, pictures of things that you can do. So I would love for you to join me there. And then I also have Steph Sassy Scrapper group, which is kind of more of a limited group that we share things in too. So if you're interested in Creative Memories, please let me know. I'm going to be doing some beginning classes that you may be interested in as well. So hopefully this has answered some questions, and I'll be on again to tell you the next steps in organizing those photos. Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you later.